Welcome back to Half A Hot Rods. If you're new here, what we're working on today is a 57 Chevy truck. This is a 57 Chevy truck body that we're in the process of fitting to a 97 Chevy truck chassis. So we'll have fuel injection, 454, and a 5-speed overdrive transmission. Last time around, we had to remove the grill and the lower valance in order to get an aluminum radiator mostly mounted in there. And we had to remove those because the mounts don't hold it exactly how we need it. We're going to have to put some more supports at the bottom. However, this brings us back to a spot where I messed something up. And when I was taking the front clip on and off so much to try and get everything fit up, I dropped it at one point. It fell off the cherry picker that I was using to pick it up. And it bent the lower valance. And it bent the grill. I think it bent the grill. Because when I look online, most of them are straight across. The first row at the bottom, the second row at the bottom should be straight. And this one's got like a frowny face going on. So, and then this is the valance that should sit directly below that. Obviously you can see where the two legs hit the valance and bent it. So now that these are loose, I figure that's the best time to try and straighten them out. So let's try and do that, and then we'll see if we can get to the lower radiator mounts too. I don't know if we'll get them done this video or if that'll be the next one. So here we go. Let's put it on our workbench and see if we can figure out how to make this thing go back the way it was. And I'm going to try and fix this without disturbing the paint any more than I already have, because I don't intend to paint this truck. And as always, I'm only going to utilize the right tools for the job. Where's the strongest place to hold this thing? Still whammy real good. I want to get this edge fixed, and then I can bend this back under. Is that the right way to do it? I don't know. It's the best way I can think of to do it. I need a smaller head on my hammer. Pretty sure this was given to me as a joke, but I've actually used it several times. Joke's on you. Well, it's still not good, but it's getting better. I don't want to beat on the painted side. I really want to hit it right through here with a hammer, but I know if I do that, I'm going to have marks all over it that I don't really want. Better than it was. A lot of this is going to be hidden by the bumper too, so I don't want to go crazy spending hours and hours on it when most of it's going to disappear anyway. So I think that's as close as we're going to worry about getting this side until it's on the truck, and then once it's on there, if we need to push and pull and hammer on it some more, we will. What's that mean, Mud Flap? Is it time to go? Okay, Mud Flap and I are back from our break. We're going to see if we can get a little more work done on this grill and valance and, you know, turn that frown upside down. Where did we leave off? Ah, yes, extracting broken bolts. Let me get a screw stick. Ooh, didn't even break that one. How about that? This plate is so cool. I can't wait to clean it up and maybe try and bring the numbers and letters out a little more. It's from, you can barely see it there, it's from '64, which is when the truck was parked. Ooh. A little more sport to it that time with no broken bolt in it.
Second verse, same as first.
Oh good, on this end we've got rust to deal with too, so that'll make it easier. No. Just use this filthy rag to clean off this filthier part. That's how it would look with a little patina sauce on it. That's pretty cool. Alright, now we got to move on to the grill. You can see it's got just a little bow to it. Especially you can see it here because it's curled that up, the front edge forward. So I got an idea how to do that gradually, gently, without hurting it. So let me just set that up. Alright, now we attempt to find the balance between delicate tweaking and utter destruction.
No, it could happen. I've never seen it happen, but it could happen.
Wasn't really how I had that planned, but I'll take it. I got this 2x4 in here in hopes that it will spread out the load so we don't end up with just a new bend in the middle. I don't know how exactly even I need to have the sides. We're about to find out. They probably need to stay hooked though. We're going to have to go a little past straight because it's going to flex back, right? That's how metal works. Good thing it's tilted forward so I can't really tell. We need a little more. Just go till it breaks and then back it off 2 notches. We're for sure bending the back more than the front, which isn't what I wanted. I need to try and tap that lip back to where it goes. I think my ratchet strap may be in the way. Go a little past what I want because it's going to flex back. We're just going to grit our teeth and hope she doesn't snap. Be just like Jeff, just a little more. Okay, Jeff, that's enough. You're going to break something. Let's look at it and make sure it doesn't look way out of whack. It's better, but it's still bent. Let's give her another pull, see what we get. Let's put a shorter board in. Because we're doing this, you know, this is professional. We're doing this a little bit at a time. Oh yeah, that's totally going to change things. That's a lot of upside down. How do we look now? I think that's all the pulling I want to do on that. Yeah, I think we're pretty well flat now. What do you guys think? Is good? Oh, baby, you look good.
Do it like a tiger.
Hardly any rust. Hardly any rust. You wouldn't even know it was there if I didn't tell you. Get that shot. That's not supposed to be. Not that I want to be, but I think it's still significantly better than what it was. None of this broken stainless was full today. Pretty close. Much less bad than it was before. We don't have a frowny face. The camera said, let's take a break. I did not. We've not worked long enough to earn a break yet. But, mucho much better. Let's go get the front bumper and see if I can set it on there in a way that we can see what it's going to look like. These brackets are almost perfect lining up with the 97 frame, if you can believe that. Well, they were. And if I'm being honest honest, I'm not sure if I got that right side up or not. Looking at it now, I kind of think I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's right side up. It's amazing to me how close that actually is. Yeah, I would say most of my body work's going to be hidden behind the bumper. Let me show you those brackets. So, you kind of see where the frame and the new brackets almost line up with one another. That's pretty cool. Mudflap left me a present. I had to get the floor dry. Mudflap, do you know why there was a puddle over there, buddy? Do you know where that puddle came from? No? No idea? Okay. Must have been the cat. Alright, well, like I said before, I don't want to beat and bang on that too much more until everything's bolted back in. And honestly, I may not beat and bang on it at all because what we're going to see is fixed. So that's good enough for me. I'm not selling this as a restoration. I'm not planning on selling it. So it's for me, and that's good enough for me, and that's all I need. That's all you need. It's good enough for you. So let's pull that bumper back out, the grill, the valance, and see if we can get those lower brackets knocked out before the wife gets home, because we got plans. Those brackets definitely aren't going to work. They're closer than I thought they'd be. So, what do we need down here? We need to push the bottom of that radiator out. Can't do with it tightened down. I think we got one side bent a little and the other side isn't. I kind of want to bend the one that's not bent so it matches the other one. See, this side's dented a little, and this side is not. I don't think it's supposed to be that way, but honestly, I think I like that better. So I think we're going to dent this side to match that side. It's going to be fine. Custom damage. Drain damage. Drain damage. 2 inches. Is this the right way to do it? What? Yeah, that's why I only use it for cleaning my hands. Ow! Just pinched my finger. And I mean good. Just put a line there so I can find it again. bent as the other side. My eye chronometer says we're real close. So in case you couldn't see what I was doing before, there's a little dimple here, and there's a little dimple here, and that just gets those brackets on the same plane, because I couldn't get them both to sit flat on there. Well, that's because neither one of them was sitting flat on the other side. So now I'll probably have to put a washer on the back side of the brackets to make room for a rubber bushing over here, or insulator, or cut down a piece of rubber hose. And then I think the radiator will be mounted, except for the pretty thing that I want to do on the top. I ain't scared to hurt. Anyway, I think it'll be done except for the pretty thing I want to do on the top, which can wait. Alright, what should we do? Take those out, put a spacer behind and a rubber on here, and just make sure everything's still good. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm glad you thought of it. Where'd that other piece of rubber go? Oh, I found it. It's right here where I've been stepping on it. Alright, I'm going to take this out, put the rubbers in there and washers, and put it back, and then I'll come get you. Well, as usual, we didn't quite make it as far as I'd hoped to, but I knew this week was going to be kind of a short video short progress, because I've got a short weekend, we got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, and I've got to get to doing that stuff and get this edited and get it put out there. But I'm happy we finally got the radiator sitting in there the way I want it. I had to make some adjustments and shims and tweaks and bends that I had hoped I wouldn't have to, but it's old and rusty, and that stuff happens. I am really happy with how the body work went on that. It makes me happy that it's no longer a sad face. Now it's kind of a mean face. I like that. Still got a lot to do as far as hooking up hoses and stuff, but I'll get that figured out. But we're not going to get everything hooked up because the front end's still got to come back off, so I can get everything primed and painted and seam sealed and finish filling in some holes on the engine. Not on the engine, on the firewall. Hopefully there's no holes in the engine. But yeah, we made some good progress today for the little bit of time we had to work on it, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. It nearly made me cry the day I dropped that and bent it all up, and I know it wasn't great, but it didn't need to be smashed. So at any rate, if you like what we're doing, check out some of the other videos, see how we got it this far. Again, we've got a 57 body on a 97 chassis. It does run and drive, like yard drive onto the trailer and stuff a couple of times. And soon we'll be driving it down to the neighbors to show him what we've done. As always, I appreciate you watching. And until next time, remember, if I can do it, you can do it.